They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years black.
Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Here we go, here we go. Wide 80. Where's the mic? Watch one. Watch one. I got you, punk. Beat these two. Watch twins. Black, what's that?
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. Johnson, the intended target. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
10 logo. 6-6, pull it high.
In your face.
Hey, box drop, box drop. Hey, check 24, watch 24. Right up.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is Cook with the grab. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jared Cook, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullet good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Black 20. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Alert, alert. Hey, Charlie. Here we go.
Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
When's the mic? Watch one. Watch one. Night, night, sweetheart. Alert, alert.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He's got it at the 15. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Quarter. Hey, exit.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Like 5. 44. Hey, Alpha.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Hey, alert.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Easy. Hey, high 7. Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
General West.
Second and 10. He finds his running back, Mixon. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. You go tight.
Back to Mixon on first down. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Here's 2nd and 8. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey. Hey, Echo. Check 55.
Mixon with a first down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Look at me. Go. Check, Bravo. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Underneath for Miller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On first down, Mixon. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hard. Hey, Delta. Check 26. Slam. Recon, 132 fighter. Go.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short.
Hey, Haywood. Check the backer, check the backer. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. On the ball. Check, check, check.
They run for it with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's coming. Double up, double up. What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up? Whoa! Black and good!
Here's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Jack 16. Jack 61. Matchbox lights.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Black 20. No foul. Watch one.
Then to throw again. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Blue draw quarter.
2nd down and goal. Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, everybody in the house had to figure that was going to be a 1-yard plunge. I know I was fooled. How about you?
Absolutely. I had to readjust my eyes when it was a play fake. Good job defensively, though, to not bite.
Too bad that didn't end the series. They still have to hold in there.
They'll look to run with Connor. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. Spins past him. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And he'll be out right at the 35. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Go, go. 6-6. Pull it high. He's checking. Crash. Set. Now.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
30 base.
Second and 11. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
5. Go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf. 55. Hey, lock it. Smooth. Watch the safety creep. Go.
They'll set up to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but
It got his man complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Hey, team 6. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, watch the play.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch the twitch. Check 13. Focus. Show that bench release and go. Hey, orbit.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Look at the spin. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
55. Check 55. Mike. I got one. Hey, check Mike. Watching you. 22 jet bomber. SOS. Hey, Charlie. SOS. Watch the edge.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to find Green. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Alert.
And to give this time to the tailback. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
50.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Cooks. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Roethlisberger now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Bengals' 19-yard line.
Set! Like 30! Run the mic. Watch one. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Greystone travel. Hey, Alpha. Shoot.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, here's Mixon, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd down and 6.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
X3, 218, chopper. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Come, boy. Check, crunch. Hey, zoom. Hatchet. Check safety, check. Lead grip.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bud Dupree came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Hey, alert 3. Hey, switch gears. Get it.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Bravo.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he gets it down to the 32. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, watch it.
2nd and 3. Finding Green complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Well, I was thinking this was 4-down territory, but now they go backwards 3 yards. I don't think so anymore.
Yeah, and the head coach is saying, what do you think, to the offensive coordinator? You know what he's saying back? Coach, I don't have that play on my sheet. Send in field goal kicker.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Bang, bang.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off near the 42. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Second and 15. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Check 31, check 31. Get it.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better. and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Yeah, let's get second.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
First down, Steelers.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Middle. Let's go. Let's move.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. This one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way finish, that gets